Hi friends, a very good morning. Now let us deal with the part 2 introduction to OS. Let us deal the functions of operating system. So see here in the today's topic functions of OS, there are different types. One is resource manager, and this resource manager has three different types. One is CPU, second one is memory, and the third one is I/O devices. So what is a CPU? As you all aware that CPU is a central processing unit and memory is nothing but a storage unit. And you all aware that I/O devices is nothing but input and output devices. Right, okay? So this is simply called as processor also. Okay, this is a processor management system. Right, all of you? So now in this resource manager, let us deal first with the processor management system, which is nothing but here you have some different functions like ALU, CU and MU. So ALU is for doing some calculations and control unit will control all the parts of the computers. Okay. So memory is nothing but the storage unit. Now let me give a good example for the memory. Suppose, see here, suppose there is, you have written a program hello.c. So let me write a program main printf hello. So what does this program mean? The output will come it as hello. So how does in the processor system, how does it works? Working of the processor I'm dealing with. Now how we will save the program as hello.c. Then what it happens? It converts the hello.c into hello.obj. Obj is nothing but the object of the hello program. Right. So this is known as the processor function. Hello.c is nothing but the storage. Okay. Now this processor functions converts into the main memory, means for the hello.c created an object, and for this object it created the memory, means allocation of memory. After allocating memory, directly it executes the statements. So this is how we write a small C program. Generally we write void main and some printf and some hello. We will get an output as hello. But actually this is the process which the system is going to do. Means whatever the program which we are saving, it saves and it creates into .obj file, and that obj file will be saved in the main memory. That memory is allocated with some memory space, and finally it executes the statements and output also. Right? This is how the process of memory and CPU works. Now let us see about I/O devices. So what are I/O devices? As I told you, so I/O devices, I will give you a good example. As you all aware of that, it is nothing but input and output devices, right? So let us deal with an example you can clearly understand. Suppose there is one printer, and this printer is having different types of systems: computer 1, computer 2, computer 3 and computer 5. So what actually it has? One user here, one user can access, see, you have number of printers, sorry, number of computers. but you have only one printer. Then how? The first computer means the first user can access only printer. After computer 1, we can go for the second user. Second user computer will give a print to some other person. Computer 3, the user will give to the printer. So what happens here? Different users are many. These users are connected to only one printer, which is nothing but I/O devices. Clear? So this is the good example for I/O devices. Then let us deal with the next topic called OS services. So what are the operating system services we are dealing with? So operating system generally deals with the program development, means which leads to some development of the program. As I told you, what is a program? It is a set of instructions to be executed. Right? I'm just reminding you again. Then what is the next one? Program execution. After development, we use to execution. Execution is nothing but running a program, right? And the next one, giving access to input and output devices. Okay. Then it has a file system access also. Clear? Then if there are any errors, then the errors will also detect. Now the next topic is abstract view of the system. See, I will explain you very clearly here. Suppose you have a user 1. U is nothing but what? User. Right? So user 1, user 2, user 3. Suppose we have a number of users still user n. Here, let's have the brief description of this. So user 1 is having coincidence with the compiler. User 2 is having a connection with assembler. User 3 is having a connection with text editor. Okay, here what does the boxes mean? The system and the application program. I already explained you in part 1 what is the system and application program. Here you can find OS, that is operating system. And in this operating system, you can have some hardware devices. So, as usual, what is a user? User is nothing but the person who is operating the system is known as user. Okay. So, user 1 is first dealing with what? Compiler. What is a compiler? Compiler is nothing but, see here. Suppose you have written some program. For instance, I'm taking an example. Printf, hi. Is my program correct? If you see clearly here, can you find any error here? I have missed here the quotations which leads to some error. So what does the compiler will do? Compiler will check the errors what I have written in the program. Right? And what is assembler then? Assembler is nothing but, for example, assembler. Suppose you want to do addition of two numbers, but while writing a program, you can have a shortcut called add function. This is known as assembler, which converts into the shortcut. Text editor. Text editor is nothing but the notepad which we are going to write the text. It is used to add something or edit something. Okay, this is the actual abstract view of the system. Thank you for watching this video, and do subscribe and share it. I will do more topics on the operating system. Thank you so much.